Hello, readers and writers. It is Monday. I am MJ, and that means it's time for productivity sprints. I hope you are all having a fantastic Monday. I am still kind of recouping from this weekend. It was a great weekend. I went to CXCXC, which was a very small mini con that was held in Denver, Colorado. Got to meet some fantastic people, and it was really just a cool vibe overall. So really great weekend. It's always a good time when you don't have to worry about which bathroom you need to go into. So yeah, on top of that, I turned today into a writing day. I've been writing most of the day, and I ended up getting the first draft of With Only the Starlight done. So I get to start edits during the sprint, and I'm so excited. I feel like I've been working on this draft forever, mostly just because so much has happened in life. And I know I haven't been working on it forever, but I really was hoping to have it done 2 weeks ago. So now I'm really ready to dive into some edits. Super excited by that. Please let me know what you are working on either in the chat or if you are watching this after the fact down in the comments below. I love seeing what everyone is working on and what you all are reading. Welcome, Winter. So glad you're able to be here. Reading Dragons of the Great Wives. It was a Thanksgiving weekend, so didn't have a lot of reading time. All right. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone in Canada. I believe that's the only country that celebrates it. And happy Indigenous Day to everyone who that applies to. So, hello and welcome back. So glad you could join us. What are you working on today? Going back to a great Dragons of the Great Wives, I think I saw this on your Instagram. In fact, I'm pretty sure I did, and I had a fantastic cover. So that's awesome. I am looking forward to seeing what what your thoughts are and how far in it are you already. I have the first sprint timer up ready to go. So I decided we're just going to start with the Halloween theme since we only have a few more weeks left of them. Oh, also just a heads up that for some reason StreamYard is saying I only have an hour and a half time left to stream, even though it was supposed to reset today. So we may only end up doing 3 sprints today instead of the normal 4, depending on if it kicks me out or not. We will find out. But it should have reset today, so we should be fine. But we will see how the evening goes. But if it suddenly cuts me off, that is why. Oh, your review for book 1 went up today. Okay, that makes so much more sense because I was like, I swear I saw this, but then I'm like, you post the books that you are reading in your stories, and I thought I saw it as a post. So, yeah, makes so much more sense. And currently at 46%, so you are well into it. Nice. Is this an ebook or an audiobook read? All right, let me get our timer pulled up. There we go. And let's go ahead and get into it so we can get some sprints in. I will see you all back here in 30 minutes. Hello and welcome back. Our first 30 minutes is done. I hope it went well for everyone. Let me get this paused. Um, and let me go ahead and get our next timer pulled up while I'm here. Almost Got it. There we go. Um, that was a great sprint for me. I'm so happy to be back to editing instead of writing the first draft. I'm back at the start of the story, which has been fantastic. I got a little over 1,300 words edited during that sprint, so very excited. Um, Also, hello again. If you are still here. Probably saw the current read in the stories. It's an ebook. Yeah, I probably saw them both. Because I'm pretty sure I saw your post today, and then I probably also saw you uh post the current one in the stories. And so that makes sense. And at 50% now, that is fantastic. What are your thoughts on it? I don't know if I asked yet, but it's book 2, so you're continuing in the series, so that's definitely a positive sign. Thank you. I'm excited. I've got some work to do on this draft, but now that the first one is done, I feel so much better, and the start of the story is so much better than how like the writing at the end of it. So I feel more confident in myself going through these edits. And I know I've got some work ahead of me, but at least that has framework, and at least some of these better written chapters are not going to take forever to edit this round to get them ready for beta readers. I still have several more rounds in this book, so me like stressing out over it doesn't make sense, and yet I just do this every time. It's kind of wild. Um it's book 3. I'm sorry. But the review for book 1 went up, so I just defaulted to it being book 2. It weaves Jane Austen's characters into a fantasy world during the neo I know that word, and apparently it's not coming out of my mouth. Wars. Um that is awesome. Wow. Huh. Is there actual dragons in it? I know there is dragons in the name, but that doesn't always mean there's dragons in the story. But if it's fantasy, there's a chance. That would be really cool. Um, just that concept is it's pretty exciting. This is why you can never get enough of books, because everyone's always coming up with these really, really cool ideas. Wow, you rated the first 2 books 5 stars? Wow. Um, I mean, from you, 5 stars is amazing, and to get 2 books of the series already 5 stars? Wow. Yes, there are many forms of Draka. Awesome. Is it a trilogy then? It kind of sounds like there might be more even than 3 books in the series, which would be cool. Um, yeah. Let me pull up next timer. I'm gonna do our other Halloween timer, the one that's messed up for some reason. It is actually 30 minutes. Um, and I say let's get into it to get some work done. Um, First, it is currently advertised as a trilogy. Okay, cool. Um, that's fantastic. I'm really excited to see your final thoughts on this whole trilogy, because the idea is really it's really exciting. But since I don't know how long StreamYard is going to let me stream before it kicks me out, I say let's get into our second sprint, and I will see y'all back here in 30 minutes. All right, our second timer is up. How did that sprint go for you all? I am feeling very happy to be in editing as opposed to writing. And also very happy that I can remember that I actually do know how to write. Because by the end of the book, honestly, I was starting to doubt myself. But so far at the beginning, I'm just pretty much doing minor edits, which is nice. Because I know there's some more major ones coming my way. You're at 54% now. Very nice. It's moving along fantastic. Is this a slightly larger book? Um, I'm guessing probably what? About average 3 to 400 pages. Um, so it looks like we are doing good. I'm still very much in the stream. I actually think we might just do one smaller timer. One last sprint, maybe a 15-minute one just in case, because we're at about an hour and 10 minutes thereabouts. And then that way, if it is going to cut me out at a directly at about an hour and a half, that will at least get the actual sprint in. And I've gotten so much writing done today that a shorter sprint a shorter overall sprint session won't be that horrible. Although I definitely was set to do the whole thing. I think they're all about 350 to 400 page range. Yeah, that's in my head what I consider like an average book size, but I don't know if everyone considers it that. That's fantastic. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to look more into them because the premise sounds very interesting. Uh, so yeah, I'm sorry things are going a little like are not lasting as long today, but I just don't want to get cut in the stream if they decide that I've gone over. So we are going to do one last sprint for 15 minutes, and then that should give me enough time to actually end and stream without it cutting me off, hopefully. So, so I haven't, which I know is a big oversight in my reading. Obviously, I know a lot about Anne McCaffrey's Dragon Song, and it's on my TBR. I've been meaning to read it, but I haven't actually gotten around to picking it up. For no good reason, except I think I only own like the first book, and because there's a million other books to read as well. But it's definitely a series that I do plan on reading at some point. Have you read it? I'm going to assume that you probably have. Yeah, it reminds you of that mashed with Jane Austen stories. That's kind of the vibe I got from you explaining it, which is why it sounded really cool. I'm not like the biggest Jane Austen fan just because I don't know why, because I actually enjoy all of her stories. I think she has a similar vibe to me, like not writing, just personality wise, just in a different century. So, um, that's cool, and I'm not surprised at all. Yeah, they're definitely ones I need to prioritize. And I want to do that. So maybe I'll start putting them on hold, the audiobooks at the library, and read those next because I'm actually getting to the point where I'm reading, like getting through all the ones that I've put on hold and have been cycling through. So, oh, me playing with the mouse. Um, First fantasy author, that's fantastic. I think Bradbury was my first fantasy author. I know he's pretty sci-fi also. So I don't know if he exactly counts as a fantasy author, but he writes like science fantasy, I would think sometimes. So, okay, I think that's the one I own in ebook. I'll look for it specifically to see if I can have it. What I need to get through, well, I don't know if I can get through. So I'm starting to read Discworld. I've only finished 3 books now. So I started with the first book. I don't know if you've read Discworld, but I now own all of them. I think I got them on like a Humble Bumble deal. So I either own all of them or a significant portion of them. Um, so that's the series I'm trying to finish right now. It is the first book was awful, but I was told not to get discouraged, and so I stopped that trilogy and I started the Witch trilogy, and I've read the first 2 books in that one. So, um, I don't know if I am quite ready to start going through McCaffrey's books. I would until I get at least tired of reading Pratchett, I guess could say. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna read through the whole series for like at one time because it's just so many books. But I'm going to I want to get a fair bit in before I take a break and go start another series. We'll see. Or maybe I'll just do a trilogy at a time, like each of the I know they're not all trilogies, but each of the series at a time. I don't know. I'm having such a hard time with reading order. Like after I finish the next Witch book, I don't know which one I'm supposed to read next. So Small Gods. I don't think I've read that one. I don't remember which one it is. Um, the one I just finished was Wild something. I don't know. I'm doing really great with titles apparently. Um, but yeah, it was the second book in the Witch. I think the Witch one's a trilogy. There's only 3 in it. I don't know. I have to look it up. But that is where my focus is right now because again, not reading this world seems like a big hole in my reading lexicon, so I'm trying to do that one. I also have all of Terry Brooks's books that I got off another Humble Bumble deal, but I've read most of those before. Um so that would be a reread, and I almost went back and was like going to do that, but then I started the first one and I was like, wow, he changes point of views so much in this first book. This is horrible. So I only got past the first chapter and decided that I'm going to put that one on hold before I go back to it. I think sometimes rereading books you loved so much as a kid doesn't always work out as an adult. But on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and start this next timer. If for some reason the stream ends, it's because StreamYard kicked me out, but I still think we're good on time. Um, I will see you back here in 15 minutes. Totally caught the end of it, for real. Um, alright. That really was a short sprint, and the next one is playing. There we go. Um, yay, it didn't kick us out yet, so that's good. I think we're still here for a minute, but that is our last sprint that we are going to do. Yeah, Brooks does get really repetitive. I know I didn't finish the series, but I read quite a bit of him, but I'm not ready to pick it back up yet. I will at some point because again, I own them all. The other one that I got bundle is Le Guin, and so I need to finish hers as well. But that's going to be just very slow going because I like some of her books, but the vast majority of them are not really my jam. So but that's good because it means I've got a lot of books to read and a lot to keep going through, which is actually very comforting in these times. So always knowing I at least have something to read. I love it. So thank you all for joining me for Sprint. Sorry they are shorter today than normal, but StreamYard, I don't know, didn't reset for some reason. And I will be back on Friday for should be for the full length sprints, the four sprints. And as always, um you have a good night as well. And as always, keep reading, keep writing, and keep dreaming. And until next time.